Tony Hawk signature on a Tony Hawk Underground for the GameCube. What? So I'm actually starting my Game On Expo video with the pickups. I didn't pick up much, but I have a great story on like when I met Tony Hawk. So Tony Hawk was at Game On Expo only on Saturday. It's a 3-day show, Game On Expo, Phoenix, Arizona. One of my absolute favorites, and you shouldn't miss it. And Tony Hawk, how often he doesn't really do conventions. When am I ever gonna see him again? I'm not much for autographs, but he's one I wouldn't mind getting something signed. And I have a copy of the Search for Animal Chin on VHS, which will come up later in this story. I couldn't quite find it before. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in proximity, but just in busy, just getting everything ready for the expo. It's just one of the things I was like, you know what? I probably won't have time to even see him in line. You can book your line in advance. Well, all that other stuff anyway, never mind. I was planning on not actually seeing him until the end of the day on Saturday when there's a little voice on the overhead speaker that says something to the extent of like, I heard something Tony Hawk, something signing, and I thought it was just like, hey, thanks Tony Hawk for being here, whatever. It turns out that he already fulfilled his obligations for the people who registered in advance to get something signed, and he's going to stick around for a little bit longer for those last minute, if somebody wants to just show up in line, you know, pay for a signature or something like that, they'll get you on through. So I was like, oh, well, I'm close by right now because I'm just kind of looking around anyway. So I went to a nearby booth. I was like, you know, like GameCube, perfect. Scrolling. Excellent. This game, not in the best condition. It's missing a manual, but it's all right because I already have this game. All I need is the front cover signed. And I paid for it, paying customer, got my thing signed. There's one person in front of me. He got something signed, just a picture. If you don't have a video game or a Funko to sign, they always have like portraits that they'll autograph for you. And then he got a selfie. Now here's the thing with Tony Hawk and this time at Game On Expo specifically, he wasn't really doing photos. I mean, not like at the table. You can pay for a photograph separately, but you get your signed, thank you very much, and then you turn around and walk away for the next person. He got a selfie though, and I was like, oh, I wonder if mine comes with a selfie. So I asked, I was like, hey, does this come with a selfie as well? And that's what they said, no, unfortunately. But he was the exception because he drove 22 hours just to see Tony Hawk. So I was like, okay, well, now I know that there is an option. There's a precedence. But what do I have to negotiate for my selfie? That's what I was like, well, what if I told you I had a copy of the Search for Animal Chin on VHS? And he was like, all right, what year was it? I was like, oof. Let's see, I was probably about 10 years old. I'm going to say 1986. He was like 1987. But close enough. All right, we can take a picture. So we got our selfie, good to go. As I'm walking away, that's when I get a text from my wife saying, oh, I wanted to meet him too, get something signed. I was like, oh, well, we can go back in line. That's no problem at all. So as I'm walking back, same place that had this, I was like, you know what? He's going to be there for a little bit longer. I saw a bin of NES games. I saw a bin of 64 games. Maybe I can just find something really quick. 64, going through it. Couldn't find Pro Skater. I was like, okay, no problem. NES games. Perfect. TNC Surf Design. TNC Surf Design, here's your cash. And as I'm turning around, I see another bin of 64 games. I see that classic blue cart. Pull it up. Pro Skater, Tony Hawk, good to go. Grab that as well. Go to the line. And he's not there anymore. He's gone. And I go to where the person was taking cash. They're gone. And I was like, sorry. And I was like, it's okay, no worries. And then as I go back through, he's back. Like he was probably just behind the curtain, came right back out. He's packing up. And there's a small crew of people there. And I was like, oh, are you all backed up and everything like that? And that's when the person said, yeah, unfortunately, sorry. But it was Tony Hawk himself who was like, nah, we got time for one. He didn't actually say that, but he kind of waved us over. Like, hey, we got time for one more. Perfect. So again, he had nothing to do with TNC Surf Design, but I was like, that's skateboarding. That's good enough. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater as well, you know. That's what I was like, what if I told you I had a copy of Search for Animal Chin on VHS 1987? I'd never forget the date. That's when he was like, ha, it's hilarious. All right, let's get another selfie. So got another selfie. Again, wasn't really a pickup, but somebody handed me this game for a future open cart surgery. Look out for it. And my friends at Super Monster Party hooked me up with a shirt. You'll see this in future videos. And here's what I saw on Sunday at Game On Expo 2025.
All right, dude. You want to see something that's really cool?
Okay.
We're talking next level cool.
I'm glad you edited yourself, but yes. All right, where are we going? You know, from my table, I've been eyeballing that Monkey Island shirt the entire time.
Well, show him the Alien versus Predator. Oh,
what?
Oh, dude. This is just the beginning.
Uh-oh.
Everybody recognizes Alien versus Predator?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that art.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
The Jaguar.
Oh my goodness.
The jacket that was custom made for the developer. With his name on it, by the way.
Like he was saying, Lucasfilm and Spectrum Holobyte never had a project together as far as we know. But the two teams were good friends with each other. So they started a softball team named the Lost Boys, and they only made enough for each actual developer. So this is Terry's Lucasfilm at the time.
If only my name was Terry.
I know.
Didn't even know that existed.
They didn't either.
Nobody does.
They bought it at auction yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. It's gorgeous, huh?
Dude.
I know.
That was like some of the other products we have. The pinky one, launch towel.
That's really cool.
Wow. Oh, I see that pink.
Yeah.
Is that Vice City? What is this?
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's like really vibrant still.
I know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. The teal, whatever.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Really pretty. Box is a little sun shaded, but nothing we're too.
Yeah. And then it comes with the player and all
With
that,
the player.
with the same color.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the adult games for the 3DO. You
Oh.
can see him.
Don't show Reggie.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
But wait, there's more. Yeah.
Made that for Korea.
Oh.
If you want a better look at it.
Isn't that interesting? So it's actually branded Hyundai.
Yep.
See right
Yeah.
here?
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there a reason why they did one of these?
I'm
Like
pretty
for
sure-
employees or something? Or
Please don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure that Nintendo didn't have the rights to produce in South Korea, so they had to have a different company. To
oh,
sell it.
that you know what? That makes all the sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even the controller's branded.
Right.
Sombra NS is a variant. I have two Sombras. They're both European.
Oh.
Both variants per country. One's super expensive, one's $60.
Now, what makes this the expensive one?
It's a harder to find one.
It's just harder to find. Okay.
Doug knows the exact regions. I don't remember specifically.
Okay.
But they're just different countries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
you're right.
It's just
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, it is. I really appreciate it. Of course. I have this one.
This guy does awesome imports here. Oh, what'd you find? That one you have?
Raiden. Huh? Interesting. I've never seen that version before.
They were a lot cheaper.
They
back
were,
then, too.
for sure.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I'm going to pass on it though, but I thank you though.
Absolutely. I appreciate you stopping back.
You know, I've seen these, but I've never actually.
I'm not sure if you have the.
They're like little fidget toys that you just keep in your pocket or keychains.
Yeah, this was it actually has a wall, a physical clock
Oh,
inside.
come on.
JRPG,
It's all about Famicom.
Actually bought one from me before. That's so funny, but
Dude.
this one is still.
I don't know. I kind of like
so.
like this one. But the idea is like you can like connect them. Have like oh that GameCube. I would love that GameCube one.
Yeah.
I do love Hina.
Battery
Uh oh.
for maybe a ring light. I'm not.
Yeah, it's a big clock and.
It's a
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Hina for Dreamcast.
Well, this is my first event, but I stream on Whatnot.
Oh,
so
you
I think
do?
I told you yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
But part of the reason is just fun trips there to really just enjoy going.
In the wild. Oops.
Don't worry, those are only $100 and something games.
That I was gonna say. Literally nobody touched those. That was the ghost of
had this.
Game on Expo. Oh, I see.
Didn't
Beautimus.
somebody send you an ultimate Dreamcast on one point?
That's
Wow.
fun. These are great.
And that was really fun to do. So
I've got some mods, you know.
well, that was 5 years ago
I know.
too. So.
Yeah.
But
Time
that
for a
was
new one
fun
is
to
what
do,
you're saying.
You know, just to be able to have like everything.
Ooh, clothing. I could always use a new ring announcer jacket. These are probably not nearly my size. But still fun to see. Oh, well. Yeah, I need like big boy. These are so cool though. Go for the Dragon Ball. It's candy. But it looks like dice candy. Yeah. Got a Chase HQ pack. What are they called? The name escapes me. Case pack. Like when companies would just, game stores would get that. Game Gear. This is MotorStorm Arctic Edge. There are 12 copies in a sealed. Do you have a sealed case pack of PSP
I do not,
for your
but
PSP collection?
That happens to be a fantastic game on the PSP.
Hello. I was waiting for El Jefe. El Jefe.
Hello, John.
How much you got?
You. $100.
Not bad. Maybe. All right. Well, I appreciate the deal.
There's like 12 copies.
No, there. I know.
Yeah.
That's like less than $10 each.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a great game.
It is.
I don't know.
Really good game.
It's one thing you don't have for your PSP collection. I'm trying to get you to spend more money.
I am going for a complete collection, and
I don't know.
There's no good reason for me to actually own that, even though it's pretty cool.
But that's the best part.
I know.
That's why we're here. I don't know. And I like this too, the Chase HQ on the Game Gear too. I love seeing when people would write to Nintendo Power and put their art on there. It's like, oh, here's from Nintendo Power. And then those are the literal envelopes. That's amazing. That's what I love it. I was looking forward to seeing these. That's amazing. I love it. Somebody actually drew the kiosk there, huh? Yeah, so that's the live, and then it's just... That's what I love about the Art of Nintendo Power exhibits. Anytime there's any convention anywhere, get the Art of Nintendo Power. It's like its own art gallery. We need like snooty wine to sip or something while we're... Maybe that's what I'm missing. I like this. I'm also a big fan of Street Fighter 2, so this cover art takes me back. But here's like the pencil sketch of where it came from.
Somewhere or something.
So, well,
if I ever find it, I'll let you know.
Okay. It's like, we'll find it.
And then out of the blue, he was just like, hey, guess what?
Nobody's in it.
Someday for like 10 minutes, I'm going to put someone in it and then never again. So like
Okay.
the 5 people who interact with it are doubting their
we'll be
sanity
it.
for the rest of their lives.
That's right. Yeah. Like, put your arm around you, right? No? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I remember this one, the Game Boy. That was the design your own Game Boy thing, right? Yeah. Wow.
One of the 3 winners.
That was one of the 3. Woo. I love it. I like the colors. Got a bunch of homebrew games over here. Love to see the homebrews. Got a couple of repros as well. The Mad Wizard at Airball. More on wheels. Watch out now. Got the California Raisins. That's right. We got some unique individual ones here. Got the Christmas games. I have a couple of these just for fun. It's always fun to see what they have. I love this booth idea because it is the gates that you walk through. And that's what it opens up to the store. Yeah. See you, dude. Never see Pico games. I should up my Pico collection. If you're looking for a great wrestling game, the Giant Graham series on Dreamcast. These are always fantastic. There's a bit of a learning curve on how to play these, but man, as soon as you learn it, super, super fun. We've got Who cards over here too. Yeah, I love that. Cool. That's funny. Don't worry about the PS3. Got 3D Dot Heroes right here from our friends at Easton and Retro. These guys actually saved me the good deals. This is the booth where I found those games for Tony Hawk to sign. So gotta support these guys. $2 each or 3 for $5, and I already see some games in here. Golf. I see bases loaded. They probably had some earlier. Oh, you know what? This is actually a really good game. I love track and field too. Oh, come on. The fishing games are always kind of cozy, right? You don't have a lot of NES games, but you have some ones that other ones may not have. Got Wild Gunman. I see Shadow of the Ninja over here. I see a River City Ransom. Gotta love that one. Even a few PAL exclusives. You recognize these guys. The French version, the German version. Interesting. I love Amadar. I love Amadar. Happy to see it here. I actually had the box for that too. That box art kind of brings me back. I see an angry video game nerd sighting, talking to someone. I don't know. And then on the other side, with the vendors, away from the vendors, we have a tactical laser tag. This is kind of fun to see all this over here. What is going on way over there? Got a nice little arcade section over here too, with some great like Japanese rhythm games. There's like other classic arcade games over here too. Go.
Entry number 5 in 10, 9, 8, 7.
Jeff's getting chopped. My homie Jeff Orcutt getting chopped. There we go. Jeff Orcutt, put him down. Put the butts to him. Put the butts to him. Come on, get up, get up, get up. Woo!
6,
Come on, Jeff.
5,
Get away from there. These guys are cool because they just have a trailer. You load it up. Got games on both sides. Gotta appreciate that. We're playing Goat Simulator. Ah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you check out Epic Game Trailers. Perfect. So if you've never played a Dreamcast, if you've never played a Famicom, or maybe just you see a game you haven't played in a while, maybe you used to play with your cousin at their house, you can go back and just chill and play some games. Impress everyone by going through Mario 64 or something. I don't know. Whatever you need. Buffer combat event happening with people swinging foam shields and swords, and I like the VR section over here too. Hold on, let's look at this. The future, where everyone's in VR and doing their own thing. I like this too. It's like giant battleship. Oh, and this whole convention, I forgot to tell you, I got a Christopher Hipshire tattoo. New to the collection, Black Mage. If you have tattoos at your convention, I will get a tattoo every time. Bye!